It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Jim Beam barbecue beef jerky. That sounds fantastic. I was in Lidl wandering around with my shopping trolley and I come across this and thought, oh yeah, I'd like to get this reviewed on the channel. I quite like a little bit of Jim Beam, you know, a little bit of Jim Beam. But generally I only ever have Jim Beam at the end of the night, you know, where someone's like, oh, go on, have a short. And you're like, I shouldn't, but you end up doing it anyway. Barbecue beef jerky, it's 25 grams. It was £1.79 in my local Lidl's, this. So, we don't want to eat that, do we? Here's a look at it. Comes in nice large strips. Now the first thing, of course, I've had plenty of beef jerky before, but the first thing I'm going to be looking for is that Jim Beam aroma. Yeah, it definitely has a kind of Bourbon whiskey, with the beef of course, aroma to it. Really barbecuey, really barbecuey. Okay, so here it is. This, you can see the fibres there of the meat. Let's get into this. Oh, it's really, It's really interesting. It gives off a real smokiness. Real kind of, of course the obvious thing is beef with this, but a real kind of, got some stuck in my teeth there. Real smoky, barbecuey flavour, but a woodiness as well. There's a definite kind of woodiness coming from this beef jerky. What I love about beef jerky is how tough it starts off being, and then the more you chew, it's almost like you're sucking on it in the inside of your mouth. It's really spicy. That's what I was missing. It's really quite spicy. But the more you get it on your molars and you really kind of chow down on it, really chew, treat it as a bit of bubble gum, it releases fantastic flavour. Fantastic, big, bold, spicy flavours, peppers, salts. But then so much kind of beef, barbecue flavour, a woodiness in there, and just that lovely whiskey taste. That's probably the best beef jerky I've ever had. Although no, hang on, let me stop there. I had some Wagyu beef jerky once, and that was just immense. It was almost soft, but chewy at the same time. I think it was called Wagyu. W-A-G-H-U, jerky. I think, in fact, I probably picked it up in Lidl as well. But anyway, yeah. What I like about Lidl is that every week they've got something new and quirky and different. And this is really, wow, Got to interrupt myself there. That is really spicy on the throat. 9% bourbon whiskey. Wow. Yeah, but going back to it, what I really like about Lidl is the fact that you can go in there one week and you're picking up Greek stuff, and the next week you're picking up German or Polish stuff, and then you've got American beef jerky. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely terrific. This is really, it's right up there with the Wagyu. Strips of beef marinated in Jim Beam bourbon whiskey barbecue sauce. I'm trying to find out where all the spice comes from, because it is really spicy. Vinegar, molasses, muscovado, sugar, tomato paste, starch, colour, plain caramel, garlic puree, might be some of the garlic in there, making it spicy. Dried onion, salt, smoke flavouring, preservative, potassium sorbate. That might be the thing that's spicing it. I don't know. Spices, there we are. Jim Beam bourbon whiskey, 1%. Chili pepper and salt. So it's in Jim Beam bourbon whiskey 9%, and at the bottom it says Jim Beam bourbon whiskey 1%. It's got chili pepper in as well. That's what's causing it. The chili pepper. This is absolutely tremendous beef jerky. Brown sugar as well. Brown sugar makes a difference. So, quick story before I go. As somebody in my early 20s, always interested by the beer aisle in supermarkets. And in some supermarkets, they'll have the jerky hung up in packs in the beer aisle. And of course you wonder, don't you? You wonder why it's there. As a man in my 20s, 20 years ago, never tried it. Left it there. I wasn't as experimental back then as I am today. But the reason why it's there, and of course you guys know the reason why it's there, is because I could smash a couple of beers and I could smash the whole pack of that. That is absolutely fantastic. Loving the spices on that. It should be called Jim Beam Barbecue Beef Spicy Jerky. It's really spicy. Lovely. So, I'm going to rate that. Apart from the Wagyu beef jerky stuff we had, which I thought was terrific, this stuff is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, right up there with the best jerky I've ever had in my life. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!